Hey, it's Mark from Alter Ego Comics. It is time for the weekly Alter Ego live sale. Happy Tuesday. Happy to be here with you. Slinging comics, talking comics in a comic shop on what is a sunny Tuesday in Lima, Ohio. So if you are joining me, pop in, say hey, let me know that you're here. And we will get started in just a moment. Got some really cool stuff this week, new release wise and back issue wise, and some even non-back issues, some things that don't fit into either of those categories. All right, come in. Let's talk comics. Let's go through this week's new releases. If you are new to the Alter Ego live sale, there is a Google form that's in the comments. Fill that out for me, or click that link, fill it out, and we'll be happy to ship anything to you anywhere in the United States. Shipping information is on the Google form. If you're local, we ask you to come in within a week and pick up anything that you've requested. To reserve something, just comment the word sold and the name of the item, and we will set that aside for you. I'll verbally confirm if it's during the live stream. If it's after the fact, I will confirm it with a green check mark on social media later. Hey, Angela, glad you can join us live today. I know you've been just missing us the last couple of weeks. So, yeah. I've got a stack. There's a stack of awesome new stuff to go through. Hey, Ed, thanks for hanging out. All right, let's get this party started. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the schedule kind of tight on these, so my ideal is to start at 4:13. Why 4:13? Because 13 is my lucky number. So I was a little behind today. I think I didn't start until 4:15, but the goal is to start at 4:13 every Tuesday and run for under 30 minutes. So we're going to keep things tight, keep things moving, and we'll start off this week with a new 4-issue miniseries from AWA, written by Sarah Cho. This is called Red Light, and it is an AI sex worker book. So that is a very niche audience, I think. It is $4. If that is your niche, then let me know and we will pull a copy of this for you. Artwork is fantastic. The art is by, come on, Priscilla Petrades. I think that's how you say it. It's kind of nice that we've got a write-up at the back by the writer, Sarah Cho, and then we get Priscilla offering commentary as well. Hopefully I didn't just show anything I'm not allowed to show. Red Light, issue number 1 is $4. Next up, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the 40th anniversary covers by artist Chris Sprouse. This is $7. It is full of the Chris Sprouse, the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi variant covers that have graced a bunch of Star Wars books this year, celebrating the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Every image in here is fantastic. So if you're into art books, if you're a fan of Star Wars, if you like fantastic art, $7 for Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the 40th anniversary covers by Chris Sprouse. If you're just joining me, come in, say hey, give me some thumbs up. Or if you really like me, give me a heart. Another Star Wars book this week. This is Star Wars Visions, Peach Momoko, or Peach Momoko's Star Wars Visions. I believe this is a one-shot. It is. So if you're not familiar with Star Wars Visions, it's basically Star Wars all done by in the art style and with the vision of a certain artist. And this time it's Peach Momoko. We actually have another one coming down the road in about 3 or 4 weeks. You can pre-order this one, Star Wars Visions, Takashi Okazaki. That's coming soon. So Star Wars Visions Peach Momoko is $6. This is a one-shot featuring Star Wars as envisioned by the popular artist Peach Momoko. All right, if you're a fan of the Wheel of Time series, we have a new series. Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time, Book 2, The Great Hunt, issue number 1. This is from Dynamite. It is $5. And you can watch the series on Amazon Prime. I'm actually behind. I watched season 1, really enjoyed it. Have not watched any of season 2 yet, so I need to get to that. Hey, Brian, thanks for hanging out today. We have a new Outsiders series over at DC, starring Katana. No, that's not Katana. Sorry. This is Batwoman and Luke Fox and a new drummer from Planetary. I believe the drummer was originally male in Planetary. We have a female drummer in this one. I've not read this yet, but if you're a fan of kind of against the grain characters in the DC universe, then you might want to check out Outsiders issue number 1, $5. All right, Ed, I got you down for red light. Thank you, and we'll subscribe you to it. Deadpool 7 Slaughters. This is I believe, 7-issue miniseries. This is a giant size first issue. It's $9.99. There are a ton of past Deadpool creators involved with this. It'd be nice if they actually listed them somewhere before, the end of the book. Wow, I don't even know where they're listed. I can't find them. Deadpool 7 Slaughters. I believe Deadpool is killing 7 different characters in this book. Thanks, Marvel. $9.99 for Deadpool 7 Slaughters. If you're a Deadpool fan, you're going to know whether you want it or not. Again, it's an oversized first issue. Ooh, new from James Tynion IV, The Deviant. This is a Christmas story about a serial killer that dresses as Santa, and it is super creepy. Oversized first issue, $6 for The Deviant issue number 1. I mean, look at that cover. That's just creepy. If you like James Tynion stuff, Nice House on the Lake, Something is Killing the Children, any of that stuff. I think this is a 3-issue. Wish I could tell you for sure, but I enjoyed it, and it is creepy. If anyone wants more info, just comment, and I'll try to give you more info. Philadelphia, issue number 31. Why do we have Philadelphia issue 31? Because it is a crossover that features Spawn and Savage Dragon. Philadelphia is published by Image. It's a vampire story, and this one features right there in the book. If you're a Spawn fan, you may want to check this one out. Philadelphia issue 31 is $4 and features both Spawn and Savage Dragon. Want to verify Savage Dragon. That's what I was told anyway. I know Spawn's in here. I do not see Savage Dragon in this book, but I do see Spawn. A new Speedster book from the world of the Flash, Speed Force, issue number 1, from the pages of the Flash, featuring Wallace West and Avery Ho, the Flash of China, and Connor Kent is in here as well, Superboy. If you're a fan of the Speedsters, Check out Speed Force issue number 1, $4. My pick of the week, and I only have one copy because nobody pre-ordered, is Geiger Ground Zero, issue number 1. This is a 2-issue miniseries exploring the origin of uh, the glowing man. I guess his last name is Geiger, maybe. From Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. This is also the first book under the imprint of Ghost Machine, which is the new imprint made up of some amazing comic book creators, including Jason Fabok, Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, Francis Manapul, Brad Meltzer, Peter Tomasi. This feels to me like the beginning of something like Image back in the early 1990s, and super excited about that. Creators that are, A-list creators that are telling stories they want to tell in a format that they want to tell, and that's comics because they love them. Geiger Ground Zero, 2-issue miniseries, $4 for issue 1. I only have one. I can try and order more, but this just gives me an opportunity to implore you to please pre-order if there's something that you know you want, because I am not Professor X. I am not a mind reader. I don't know who wants what unless you tell me. And there's so many different titles that are coming out every week and every month that we can't stock all of them. We don't have the space. I don't have the money, all that stuff. So if there's something that you hear about that you're interested in, pre-order. It's the only way to guarantee that we have what you're looking for. And again, my plan is to get more copies of Geiger Ground Zero in. We did match it to anybody that was subscribed to Geiger previously. So if you were already getting the Geiger series, the previous Geiger miniseries, we pulled this for you. But there was no real reason to order above it because they didn't even announce this whole Ghost Machine thing until after I already had to order this book. So anyway, mini rant over. Really dug this book. This is something that's super cool. We've got G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 1, Skybound edition. So what is this? This is almost a facsimile edition of the original Marvel Comics G.I. Joe number 1, with 2 exceptions. So Larry Hama, the creator and writer of the G.I. Joe comics at Marvel, had 2 things that he was not happy with in the original printing. And he fixed both of those things in this reprint, which also includes different dialogue than was in the 1982 edition, because editorial changed the dialogue without asking or telling him the first time around. In his word, it led many to assume that I was something I was not, a jingoistic hardliner. So this is a speech by General Hawk that has the original dialogue, not the rewritten dialogue by editorial. Anyway, if you're looking for an affordable reprint of the first issue of G.I. Joe number 1, with it published as originally intended by writer Larry Hama, this is it, $4. And don't forget, we'll talk about pre-orders again, Skybound, of course, has the Transformers license and the G.I. Joe license, and they are existing in one universe called the Energon universe. Void Rivals is the series that kicked that off, written by Robert Kirkman. Robert Kirkman, of course, creator of The Walking Dead and Invincible, is overseeing this new Energon universe. Transformers exceeded my sales expectations and my story expectations. It's one of our best sellers of the year, and it is really, really good. 2 issues out right now. Coming down the road soon is the first G.I. Joe entry, and that's Duke, written by Joshua Williamson. Pre-order it if you want it. Help me make sure I've got the right number of copies in the store to meet demand. Also, Joshua Williamson is writing a Cobra Commander miniseries that will be coming after the Duke miniseries. So if you love G.I. Joe, if you want to, take a look at what a Transformers G.I. Joe shared universe under the guidance of Robert Kirkman looks like, then number 1, come in and pick up Transformers number 1 and 2, because we're almost out of 1 again. And then pre-order Duke and or Cobra Commander. That would help me out a lot. And our final single issue this week is a new Alien #1. The way that Marvel is handling the Alien and Predator books is each miniseries is its own thing. So we're getting, like one or two Alien #1s, Predator #1s during a year, but each of them are standalone stories. Sometimes by the same creative team, sometimes by different creative teams. I believe this is the same creative team from the previous series. But if you want to jump on board a monthly Alien series, now is your chance with this new Alien #1 by Declan Shalvey and Andrea Brocardo. $6 for Alien #1. Got you down for G.I. Joe, Ed. Thank you. And yes, and the Cobra Commander series is really being promoted as a horror series. So I'm really intrigued, and I'm a big fan of Joshua Williamson. I trust him. I trust Robert Kirkman. I'm a big fan of what Skybound is doing. And I'll tell you why. Let me see if I have this in here. I think I do. For many reasons. But so here's the thing. And here I'll give you that's the cover to Cobra Commander #1. Void Rivals is still something that involves both. This is Transformers #2. But what does it say right there? Pre-order upcoming releases with your local comic shop now. Thank you, Robert Kirkman. Thank you, team at Skybound, including the awesome Morgan Perry, who probably won't see this. But thank you for putting pre-order from your local comic shop in the comic, while some of your competitors are driving people to digital services. You are encouraging folks to pre-order. So I'm going to be making a conscious effort to really support Skybound with their comics. All right, Ed needs G.I. Joe. And I will see if Cobra Commander, let me see, when does that come out? I think it's February. Oh, January, November, December. I should be able to pre-order it. So Ed, I'll get back to you on that pre-order. But I think we can do it. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of water and stop talking. It's a good day for ranting. The rest of the stuff is older stuff. And man, I have actually had some time to kind of dig through my office and our stock room. Plus, we've gotten almost 2,000 back issues in the last month or so. So there's some cool stuff. All right, I'll do this one first because Ed's on. So I have a set of 30th anniversary Star Trek TV guide covers for $5. $5 will get you the set of 4 Star Trek Turns 30 TV guides. You can see what was on TV the week of August 24th through the 30th in 1996. I mean, there you go. So we've got, 40 pages of Star Trek content in these TV guides. We get to, let's see here. Endless Voyage. They have an article on how loyal fans keep the Trek universe #1 on TV's map. Exclusive Trek talks with Patrick Stewart, Kate Mulgrew, Avery Brooks, and William Shatner. They list the top 10 from 3 decades of journeys. Kirk's loves, Space Babes, share kiss and tell flashbacks. All right, Ed, you got him. Ed, this is a steal, man. $5 for these. All right, let's go with some other interesting entries here. You know what? We'll stay with Star Trek. We've got the Star Trek A Piece of the Action photo novel with an F. So these are screen caps of the episode with dialogue added there. I don't know what is happening here. This is $5. $5 for the Star Trek Piece of the Action. Yes, Ed snags it. We will move on from Star Trek for anyone else that is watching. We're now going to move on to Indiana Jones, and we have the Raiders of the Lost Ark novelization, the original printing with a shiny gold cover for $5. We also have the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom novelization for just $4. James Caan does the novelization. And let's see, Campbell Black does the Raiders. Raiders is $5. Indy and the Temple of Doom is $4. Someone's going to get some cool Indiana Jones books. All right, and our last book is A Trip Down Memory Lane. We have the 1982 official price guide to comic and science fiction books for $5. Go through here and kick yourself for not keeping your books from the 1980s and late 1970s. Let's see here. Let's see what Action Comics #1 was worth in 1982. In mint condition, $12,000. Action Comics #1 in 1982 was only worth $12,000. Today, it is worth millions of dollars. Wow. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff in here. If you want a price guide from 1982, $5. All right. Now we have some hot sets of comics. We have the entire Heroes in Crisis miniseries, all 9 issues, for $25. $25 for Heroes in Crisis complete miniseries 1 through 9. Remember, comment the word sold and the name of the item that you're interested in, and I will hook you up. We've got from, I believe this was 1996, the Bishop 4-issue miniseries, and there is some shiny foil on there. $10 for the Bishop 4-issue miniseries. We have a Cable, Blood, and Metal 2-issue miniseries for $5, featuring Alex's favorite artist, John Romita Jr. Cable, Blood, and Tears, Blood and Metal, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Metal. $5 for this 2-issue miniseries. All right, this one's a long shot, but I'm going to offer it to you guys first. Ed's going to pick up Cable. Thanks, Ed. Again, a long shot, but I wanted to offer it to you guys first. Star Wars Heir to the Empire. This features the first appearance of Grand Admiral Thrawn in comics and Mara Jade in comics. Complete 6-issue miniseries for $100. The first issue is probably a 5 or a 6. The rest of them are near mint. So $100 for Star Wars Heir to the Empire 1 through 6 complete set. Again, not sure if anyone's going to grab it locally. If not, it's going on the eBays. We've got a 3-issue X-Men miniseries, X-Men True Friends, starring Kitty Pryde and Rachel Summers, and Logan appears in this as well. $6 for X-Men True Friends 3-issue miniseries. Written by Chris Claremont, by the way. Probably, I'm going to say the best X-Men writer. I'm sorry, Stan Lee, but Chris Claremont is the best X-Men writer. $6 gets you this 3-issue miniseries. Now we're on to single, sorry, I do have a couple more hot sets. We have Star Wars Tales of the Jedi 6-issue miniseries, 5-issue miniseries, $25 for Star Wars Tales of the Jedi 5-issue miniseries. And we have the complete Dark Empire 2 miniseries. This one is 6 issues. Complete 6-issue miniseries, Star Wars Dark Empire 2, $25. Hey, Eric, thanks for tuning in, man. Long time no see. So I've got the Raiders of the Lost Ark novelization for $5, shiny gold cover, and these are the original releases. and the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom novelization for $4. Ooh, let's see. The Temple of Doom one has pictures. All right, we've got some single issues to go through, and then I am out of here. We have Super Friends, issue number 21 for $5. We have Super Friends, issue number 22 for $5. Taking a trip down the 90s lane now. We've got Batman, the animated series, issue number 25, featuring a mulleted Superman for $5. We have a pivotal issue, a key issue of Web of Spider-Man from the 90s. Web of Spider-Man 119, featuring the first appearance of Kane. $20 for this one. $20 for Web of Spider-Man 119, featuring the first appearance of Kane. We'll go back to Star Wars for a minute. We've got some old school Marvel Star Wars comics, issue number 7. I'm going to say this is a 4.5, $10 for this one. We also have Star Wars number 8, featuring everyone's favorite Green Rabbit. I can never remember this guy's name. Ed, I know you're going to, if you're still out there, Ed, I know you're going to help me with this. Or maybe Eric will. Let's see. This one, I would say, is so it's probably a 5.5. $10 for Star Wars number 8. Jackson. Thank you. I don't know why I can't remember that guy's name. From 1982, we have ROM Annual number 1. $5 for ROM Annual number 1. We'll call this probably a 5.5. Again, a lot of these older back issues are great reader copies, or just cool things to have in your collection, like A-Team, the A-Team issue number 1, published by Marvel. Let's see, this is, I don't know what year it was, because they had to put a bunch of trademark stuff on here for Stephen J. Cannell. $5 for the A-Team issue number 1. We'll call it a 6.5. And our last item tonight, 82. Ed is quick on the draw. Another key issue. This is Iron Man number 150, featuring Iron Man and Dr. Doom at the beginning of their Arthurian adventure. $25 for Iron Man number 150. This appears to be probably a 7. $25 for Iron Man 150. Eric, is that a sold for Iron Man or A-Team or the Indiana Jones books? If you could let me know in the comments what you want to buy. And while Eric is doing that, Iron Man. All right, Eric. Thank you, sir. I will reach out to you tomorrow or Thursday about that one. Let's see. All right. All right, before I let everybody go, I'm going to take you and give you a sneak peek of a new thing we've got in the shop. You're going to be the first, well, not quite the first, but among the first. I'm not going to, the lights are off here because the shop's closed, but I'm just going to turn for a second and give you a sneak peek of something new in the shop that you may want to come take your picture with. There you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. We expanded. We've got a little more room here, so I thought, you know what, we need something uh, eye catching. So hopefully you all were able to see that. Combine see it in person, it looks cooler. And we strategically placed it so you can stand next to it and get your picture taken. So thank you everybody for joining me live. Again, if you're watching this after the fact, you can still participate. Just comment sold with the name of the item that you like, and I will be happy to hook you up. Thanks, Eric, for the feedback. Long time friend of the shop. Actually, Ed and Eric, you're both longtime friends of the shop, and appreciate your some cool stuff left and right here. Angela, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And everybody have a great Tuesday night and a happy new comic book day on Wednesday.